the biggest soundbite of the week was happening at the same time in the press room, courtesy of Robert Saleh.
Yeah, and that's quite a statement that he made, and Kyle Shanahan just addressed that in the press room on his final press conference.
Do you want to hear it? We have it. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Jacksonville, this is a very young, but it's a very talented group. Liam and his staff, coming from a couple of guys coming from Minnesota, they've got legally a really advanced signal stealing type system where they always find a way to put themselves in an advantageous situation. They do a great job with it. They formation you to try to find any nugget they can. So we've got to be great with our signals, and we got to be great with our communication, and to combat some of the tells that we might give on the field. So they're almost elite in that regard. That whole entire tree, from Sean to Kevin O'Connell to all those guys, they all do it. So. So there's challenges. They're going to catch us in some situations where they have the advantage, and we just got to play good, sound, fundamental football and do our best to out execute them.
Robert Saleh made some comments about legal sign stealing. Is there any thoughts to that?
Yeah, I'm not going to speak on that fully right now. Have a huge game for us coming up this weekend. Got a great defense that we've got to go and attack, and that's where our whole mindset and mentality is right now.
Were you surprised he went there?
Yeah, again, we're really trying to focus on a darn good defense that we have to go and try to go attack, and offensively get better, about us getting better, putting it together for 4 quarters and trying to create some explosives in the pass game, some of those things that we're, trying to get better at as an offense. And so that's where the focus is right now.
Forgetting his comments, isn't that part of coaching, is trying to figure out whatever tell your opponent has?
Yeah, we have kind of typically, by formation, by game plan, by working really hard as a coaching staff throughout the week, trying to get indicators by your formation, motion, shift, pre-snap. Those are the things that you're trying to do as a coach if you're, trying to put your players in the best position to be successful, whether it's attacking man or zone coverage with your formations, motions, and concepts. So it's a lot of hard work that goes into game planning and trying to put your players in the best position to be successful.
All right, I'm going to be honest here. This was unsolicited by Robert Saleh, Matt. You were there. He just came out and firing, guns a-blazing. I don't think he was disrespectful because he's not that kind of guy. What do you make of this, Matt?
Yeah, I wasn't there. I was doing the interview with Shanahan, right. But certainly I heard it. What do I make of this? I would say that there's a couple things. He did mention the Minnesota Vikings and how they caught the Jets last year. That was also Robert Saleh's final game. He got fired after that game because the Jets record dropped to 2-3. So there's a little bit of context. Also, I think what he's saying is basically, we're on to you. We know what you're doing, and therefore you should know that what you see from us might not be what you get on game day. So maybe he's trying to kind of make them be a little bit hesitant about using those reads, those keys that they've detected that they think that they can exploit. Also, I think, the Jaguars offense is struggling. And so, I don't know, this was kind of a way, I think, for Saleh to say, we don't think you can beat us. If you just line up and play your game, you're going to need every advantage to beat us. Now, maybe that might be going a little bit deeper on
That's
this.
Deep. That's some deep stuff.
But if you're trying to send the message to the Jaguars, if you're trying to send the message to that young offense, including Trevor Lawrence, who's, I guess, not so young anymore, basically, you know what? You guys shouldn't have a whole lot of confidence going up against our defense because we're better than you are. So that's part of it. And then on Sunday or Friday, just now, Kyle Shanahan said that, well, what Robert Saleh was doing was giving them a compliment. It just came off as maybe not a compliment. Anytime you use the term sign stealing, it doesn't necessarily bode to a phrase that's being used to compliment someone, but let's roll with that one.
But you know what, Bonta? I kind of got the same vibe because he prefaced it by saying legal sign stealing, which is, I think, part of the game since forever. This is nothing new.
They do it in baseball. They do it in football. They do it in basketball. You're trying to find any advantage because these are high-stakes games. There's a lot of money on the line. There's jobs on the line. I mean, legacies are formed by these games, right? The Jaguars are trying to get off to a great start. They're trying to flip their program and improve to 3-1 here. And by the way, my daughter just finished her Cheetos.
So look at that.
Getting that. So, got to do that. So, yeah, I thought it was funny that Saleh just came out. And also, don't forget, he was a candidate for that Jaguars job, and he felt like he got played. And he ended up back in San Francisco as the defensive coordinator instead of getting that Jaguars job. So there may be a little something there, too. But, yeah, I was shocked by just coming out legal sign stealing because every team's doing that, right? They've got a guy. Didn't Michigan just get popped and suspended?
Yeah, but that was illegal. That was illegal. That was illegal.